Hey, welcome back, guys and girls. Hope you're having a good day. Today, I want to talk to you about the main lineup from Shadow Systems and which one might be right for you. I'm going to start with the MR920. And even before I do that, I should probably let y'all know that Shadow Systems has a bunch of different models. So, for example, this is the Foundation series. This MR920 is. And they have a Foundation series for most of their guns. They have an Elite model, which is going to have a little bit more slide work done to it. Comes with a fluted barrel. You get an aluminum trigger shoe, and then they have a combat model. And I do believe most of them have the War Poet models as well. So there are a bunch of different models, but I'm going to talk about the size guns. All right, so you've got the MR920, which is their compact. You've got the XR920, which is the kind of the crossover. You've got the compact slide with the full-size frame. And then you have their full-size gun, which is the DR920, their duty roll, their full-size gun. So which size is going to be right for you? Now, I don't have the CR920 because its main role is a concealed carry gun. They have, Shadow Systems makes an MR920L, which is going to be the long slide version of the MR920. So you're getting a compact frame with a full-size slide. And then they have the DR920L even. But just talking about the three major offerings. So this is the compact. The MR920 is their compact. Now with this gun, you're going to be getting this double undercut. You're going to be getting the three back straps that change the actual angle that the gun points at. So if you like the Glock hump, like I do, you can put the aggressive back strap on. I think it's actually a high grip angle. Then you have a 1911 style, which gives you that more natural point. And then you have one that gives you more of an M&P type grip angle. So that's an excellent feature right away. Nobody else is doing that I know of. Just an absolute awesome feature that you get with Shadow Systems. Another cool feature that you get with this compact gun is you're getting their Shadow Systems optic system that they offer, so that you can mount the most major optics directly to the slide. And that's a big deal because it drops down the dot comes down a little bit lower, sits lower on the frame, and so you can use standard height irons, which is neat. So if you get something like this Foundation series, you're going to get a 3-dot white dot front sight and this blacked out rear. A single white dot with a blacked out rear. You don't need to get suppressor height sights with a red dot if you're running a red dot. And then what I do is I just take a black permanent marker and I black that out, that front dot. I'll just black it out so that I have blacked out fronts. It works perfect. You don't have to do that. Most of theirs are going to come with a green tritium insert front sight. If you get something that's not, for example, if you get the combat or elite model, you're going to get a blacked out rear with a green front tritium, and I rocked that for a whole year, just those two irons. When I was running a red dot. I don't know that you would want to do that if you're running a green dot though, so you might want to, that's something you'll have to try out, but then you could just switch out the front iron. So anyway, neat feature that you get from them. But let's go to why you might want the MR or XR or DR. So if you are mainly wanting to conceal the handgun that you are thinking about getting, then the MR920 is going to be your better option. Now, if you're a larger dude like me, then yeah, you're going to be able to conceal a full-size frame, something like the XR or the DR. But most people end up with a Glock 19 size, and that's what this is modeled after. These guns are modeled after the Glock equivalent. That's how Shadow Systems got their start. The guns are the exact size, fit the same holsters, have compatibility with Glock aftermarket or even Glock OEM parts. So even though it is all made in-house, you're going to be able to use Glock holsters. You're going to be able to use Glock 19, in this case, Glock 19 parts, OEM parts, or aftermarket parts. Like here, I have a CAGWorks extended slide stop slide release. So that is something to think about, is what is the role of the gun. If it's mainly for concealed carry, then the MR920 is going to be probably your best option. This gun, unlike the CR920, is going to be much easier to shoot all day if you're running it in a class, or if you are planning on shooting a lot of rounds at the range. Then this MR920 is going to fill that role. Also, if it's being used for home defense as well, this is a good option. Maybe you have smaller hands. All right, it does use Glock magazines. It comes with two 15-round PMags, but it uses Glock mags. And I can get a full size. I have size XL hands. I can get a full purchase with the magazine in, but with the magazine not in, I do have a pinky that dangles off, as you can see here. All right, so you also get a magwell if you get the Combat or Elite. The Foundation series does not come with a magwell, but you can order one on their website. So that's another something to keep in mind. But this MR920 is definitely going to be for those looking to conceal the handgun. Maybe you have smaller hands, or you have large hands like me, but the main role for this gun is as a concealed carry gun. All right, this is going to be, the MR920 is going to be a better option. This is the exact size as a Glock 19, uses the 15-round mags, and is a fantastic option, especially if you are planning on using a red dot. This is going to be a good option for you. Now, a lot of people with bigger hands will jump up to the XR920. Personally, if I were going to use a full-size frame, I would use the full-size gun, the DR920. But I do know a lot of people that carry this as their concealed carry gun. People who have larger hands will use this, or maybe you're planning on putting something like a Radian afterburner on there, one of the Radian compensators, and that's going to extend the size of the slide to a full size. So if you are thinking about doing that, this probably is going to be a better option for you, because it's going to give you a compact, if that's what you're looking for, side slide, to go ahead and add that Radiant afterburner on there. And then you get that full size frame as well. So you can get, if you have larger hands, you can get a full purchase on the gun while still being able to get a very good master grip with your support hand. All right, so I know a lot of people personally who will carry the Glock 45 or this XR920 as their main concealed carry, because they have larger hands and they like the shorter slide of this gun. So that is a good option for those of you with with the large hands, but still want something concealable. I have heard people say that this gun comes out of the holster quicker. I don't personally experience that with this gun. I can draw a full size just as quick, all right, as I can this. So that doesn't, I don't experience a faster draw with the shorter slide, but I've heard that people will say that. If I'm carrying a weapon mounted light, I don't experience that anyway, because this is what the holster attaches to, is the light. So those are all things to consider, but a lot of people will conceal carry this. Personally, if I'm going to conceal carry a full size frame, then I'm going to go with the full size handgun, because it's less snappy. All right, so this is the DR920. It's got that 4.5 inch barrel. It's got that full 17 round frame. So you are still able to get that really good purchase with your support hand, that real good master grip. And because it's the full size, it does not have as much recoil. I've noticed less felt recoil with this than I do with the XR, and noticeably more with than I do with the MR920. All right, this MR920 is more snappy than both the others because, of course, you're not getting the full size frame, so you're not getting as good of a. For me, I have larger hands, but I can put Talon grips or some handle it grips on here, and it really helps with the felt recoil. So that's typically what I do on all my firearms to get a really good master grip. But it does on this compact help with the felt recoil. So that's another consideration if you know you're going to be carrying it, but you're worried about felt recoil. Putting a Talon grip or a handle it grips on here will help with that. But I really love the Shadow Systems optic system and how low the optic sits on the frame, and you're able to co-witness with standard height irons. So just something to consider. Those are all things that I personally consider and why I end up going with Shadow Systems over Glock usually when I'm carrying. Guys, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please leave them for me in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.